And we have barrister, solicitor, and Canadian attorney Gagan Jyot Mundra join us. Hi, Gagan. How are you doing?
Good, Vidya. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Gagan, and you're always giving us such great insights into the Canadian immigration perspective and the permanent residency or the PR card, as it's known for Canadian immigration. If one loses that or if it's expired, what does one do? What are their options?
Thank you, Vidya, for that question. And we've come across this situation very often, especially because of the travel restrictions to Canada. There were not many people who could travel back and their PR card got expired while they were overseas. This does not stop them from entering Canada, of course. What they need to apply is something called a PRTD, a permanent resident travel document. Now, this is not just another travel document such as passport, etc., but it's a PRTD application made to IRCC, the government in Canada, explaining what the situation was and how they could not enter back to Canada. The PRTD is one-time document approved and it is valid for 6 months. Now, this situation is very common for someone who has recently lost their PR card and has to renew it while being overseas. But someone who is a US citizen and their PR card is expired, they can enter Canada by land entry. All they need to carry with them is the proof of their immigration documents that was approved at the time of their PR status. But we come across another situation, Vijaya, which is where the PR card got expired long time ago, 10 years, 15 years ago. And what do? Yes. Are you still a PR status holder? Yes, you are. Can you renew your PR card? Yes, you can. You all have to do is to apply again for a PRTD and explain to the government your unique situation, why you did not enter Canada for these many years. It could be for your employment reasons, your family reasons, or you had not made up your mind. You were looking to explore other opportunities in your home country, and so on and so forth. The government needs to understand if you have a valid reason. Do you really intend to settle in Canada? And if they are convinced, they allow you to enter again one time into Canada. And once you do so, you then stay in Canada for at least 1 year and then apply for your PR extension. So something to understand that PR status is not lost only because the PR card was expired.
But how long is that valid in any case, even if you have it, or is there an expiration date or like a year or something?
The PR card is issued for 5 years. And if you entered Canada, resided there for 6 months, you just got your PR card and then you left the country and never came back for these many years, you can of course go back after applying for a PRTD and having an approval. Otherwise, you would not be allowed to board. So having that other option, if you are not interested, you have just made up your mind that you're going to settle in another country or stay back in your home country, you cannot enter as a visitor visa to Canada. On a visitor visa, you can only enter once you abandon or renounce your PR status. So you have to inform the government that, look, I'm not keen anymore and I have no intent to settle in Canada. So I voluntarily renounce my PR status. That's when the PR card and PR status, everything comes to an end.
I see. Well, thank you for putting that so beautifully. And folks, if you are planning a temporary or a permanent international transfer to the US or Canada, the NPZ Law Group, also known as Visa Serve, can help. They've been serving a growing national and international community for decades, and they can help you. So get all the help you need today. Visit visaserve.com or call them at 201-670.